Why are many people afraid to start a business? Now, here is a number one reason why the majority of us, people, are failing to start a business. And the reason is simple. It's because number one, there is a fear that even if I get into entrepreneurship or starting my own business, things are not going to go in the way that I'm trying to think, and that is kind of very scary. So number one is fear, and number two is the fact that there is an education mentality that when you become educated in Zambia, there is a proportional kind of a relationship that you must go for employment, and that means you must actually work for the government to recruit you. Now, here's the thing: if we flip the coin, okay, and if you're waiting and waiting for the government to employ you, and yet you have the expertise or you are an expert in a particular field, do you think it is actually much more good to just keep on waiting and waiting and waiting? And what you need to understand is that getting into employment is something that is very difficult. Of course, some people it can happen right there after graduation, but the most important thing to understand is that it is not the mandate of the government, okay, to wait upon you being recruited, or it is you are not actually mandatory, okay. It's not something that is a mandatory that you should wait upon the government to call you. So when you think about this, all these things that I've talked about makes us, not to start doing our own thing, because we are promised to become managers. We are promised to become whatever we are taught. For those that were studying civil engineering, for those that were studying, chemical, medicine, pharmacy, and almost all these professions, some of the lecturers actually told us something that you guys are going to become managers. But what you have to understand, that is not how the economy works. Okay, the economy works in the sense that every economy, okay, must have at least some form of economic activities that is happening, and within that chain or actually economic activity, there must now be people that are professionals, people that are expertise in the particular field, in order to bring the knowledge together, in order to come up with a high standard quality product that we can sell on to the consumers, that we can sell onto the market. So otherwise, if we are just going to be in the traditional way of understanding the way we view about employment, we are going to just be waiting forever and forever. Remember, you have to identify what is the most thing that God has given you, what is your gift, what is your talent. Use them, coupled with your education, combine them, read business books, understand how the economy works, start understanding how people are complaining, why things are not the way people expect it to be, why people who voted for certain leaders are complaining that they are not actually giving them food into their homes, okay? And yet the same people convince them at first, or rather promise them to say, we are going to make your life better. And that has never happened in the history of this world, that the government would come right at your place and give you mini meal, give you whatever you want, okay? So everybody's going to want the same thing. And imagine we are 20 million plus, whatever the number is, and if each one of us just, waits upon the government to come and feed us. Now, do you think that the government has, enough resources to come and deliver to us? Okay, so when you start thinking about that, you're going to understand why get into a business, any form of business. Okay, you don't have to have 1 million capital. You don't have to have whatever amount of capital. What you need to have is the mindset. The mindset. Have friends that are going to encourage you to get into business. Have friends that can lend you money. Okay, of course, not everyone is going to go into business, but there is more advantaging once your business becomes stable, once everything just stabilizes, and you are able to see how your company is doing, how you're able to interpret economic figures, and how economic events are coming about, and everything just like that. So start thinking outside the box now. The government are not coming to rescue you. The government have actually manipulated your brain. The government isn't going to give you employment, but even if they did, the fact is that they are going to tax you and tax you and tax you. And the time you realize that I can start my own thing, it is another kind of situation that we'll be talking about. So thank you so much for watching. Like and share this video. Thank you so much.